Okay. Welcome back to the Dear Abbey podcast. My name is Abbey, and I'm the host of this lovely podcast. And yeah, I don't really have an intro yet, I realize. So I'll work on that. I've been working on a intro song / thing to put at the beginning because I just have lo-fi music, which I like lo-fi, but I mean, I listen to it all the time, but I kind of like jazz. I'm thinking something jazzy because I've just been really into jazz lately. Like really into jazz. I listen to jazz probably 90% of the time, or BTS. Oh, which reminds me. Okay, well, first of all, it's going to be a fun episode because this month is today is like the second day of Women's History Month, which is March, and the 8th of March is like International Women's Day. And anyways, I've never really been one to celebrate, like history months really, but I feel like because so many things have happened where or maybe it's just that I'm older, is that I value them a lot more and understand the importance of them. So especially for Women's History Month, wanted to talk about women today, and I'll probably have a couple other episodes maybe about women or just something to do with that type of energy. So I'm super excited for today's episode. I asked some people to send me their favorite women in history or people nowadays, and they delivered, and I read so many cool stories that I've never read before, and I'm feeling very inspired, and I'm proud to be a woman. And if you're a male listening, please don't turn it off because we're talking about women. Just keep listening. It'll be inspiring to you, and gender is not a competition, you guys, okay? That's what I believe. So we can just hoist each other up. We don't have to bring each other down because that just causes more damage, and then in turn people are more mean to each other. Rudy is licking himself in the background, and I'm going to actually explode. But first, I wanted to do some life updates. Guys, today I received a text from the official BTS Army, Weverse, whatever, and I'm an official Army member. I have been for like a while because at their last concert I wanted to get pre-sale, which I didn't get into. But this concert, but let's rewind. Suga from BTS, aka August D, I love his music. I love him. He has rapped about OCD and anxiety before, so I automatically feel connected to him. And I'm really not like a big fangirl, except for when it comes to BTS. Then I love them. I just think that they're humble kings, and they're not perfect, and I don't have them on this like perfect pedestal, but they have given me so much. They have just produced so much content that I love. Truthfully, I love the content that they put out. I love watching them dance. They're very inspiring to me. And we went to their concert, me and Chelsea, last year, literally 3 days before my ex-husband left me. So it was like the highest of the high and then the lowest of the low. But I wouldn't change that for anything because that concert held me out for a long time because it was just very inspiring. Because a lot of them are older than me. Not way older, but they're older and they have way more energy. They're jumping around. Like that, it was just very inspiring. Anyways, Augusty Suga, aka my favorite and has been for a long time, he is going on tour. And his pre-sale tickets go live today. Well, today for me. I don't know what day. Well, no. His tickets are going live this week, and I hope to get me and Chelsea some tickets to his concert. I don't know if we're going to want to go front row. I think we're just going to want to be cheap about it and maybe sit in the back. But yeah, I'm so excited. He's coming to LA. So I just can't wait to get the tickets and have that all planned out and plan an outfit and all that stuff. So that's very exciting news. If you also love BTS, please comment below because sometimes I feel like a loner in my love for them. And so if you're a fellow BTS fan, then please let me know. Another thing is, it's been a weird week because I've had to deal with some divorce stuff, and that should have been done a long time ago, and it's not on my end, it's on the other end. And I've had to keep pestering a certain someone about a certain something, and it's kind of the last tie, like, and then everything's done and there's no need to be in contact whatsoever. And anyways, the certain someone just hasn't done anything about it yet, and they kind of have, but it's just this whole thing. And it's just, I've realized that I don't set good boundaries, and I've realized that I kind of let people step all over me, and because I try to be kind and understanding and patient, and which is all good things, but I think sometimes it kind of gets distorted to where people are overstepping boundaries. I'm just like letting people walk all over me. I'm letting people guilt trip me into doing things just because, I don't know. So I've had to set more boundaries in that way, like no contact whatsoever. I'm just having my lawyer do it and stuff like that. So I don't have to worry about it at all. I don't have to mother or wife anyone. No, not even wife. That's just a mothering thing. Like, I don't have to, it's not my responsibility anymore. I have some camera issues, so I'm just going to keep going because my camera has just gone on and off a ton lately. So if you're on YouTube, it's probably just going to be a picture now, and probably will remain a picture for a while until my video comes back up. So I'm so sorry. You can go to Spotify or wherever else to listen to. I hope that hopefully inspires someone who needs to set a boundary, or who needs to be like, okay, this is no longer being kind to myself. And if I let, people walk all over me, if I let things just happen to me, I'm going to resent people because I'm not setting boundaries, and B, I'm going to be frustrated at myself and mad at myself. And it's just, I don't feel like I'm a people pleaser really, but maybe I am, but I don't think I am. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm just kidding. Last life update is my ankle is doing better. I launched finally, like, my whole podcast. It's on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. I'm so excited that you guys like the cover art. So many people commented and are so excited. I already have so many reviews and viewers and listeners, and it makes me so happy. So thank you guys so much for all the support already. And I hope it just inspires me to give you guys the best content. So, and really put in the work with each episode and try my best to give good advice and just lots of love and good positive energy. Moving on to better things. Women, right? I'm a woman. I love being a woman. Women supporting women and men supporting women. Everyone should just be supporting women, being grateful for the women in their lives, sharing gratitude, all that good stuff. And for us women to really honor ourselves this month and, set those boundaries, take yourself out, really take care of yourself, journal, take care of your mental health, take care of your emotional health, be kind to yourself. I wanted to go over some of my personal favorite things about women and historical figures that have inspired me. I'm very inspired by women in war and women that deal with men, because let's be honest, we're not as strong as them normally, like just physically, genetically, we're not made to be as strong. We can definitely get stronger than them. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying for women who are not taken seriously by, sexist men that just maybe don't even understand because of the way that they were raised. And I think the right man can always learn. Anyways, but the women that overcome that, especially I feel like in a military or war standpoint, are just, they do something to me. It's very inspiring to me. Women, if they want something, they will go get it, and they will do whatever it takes. And they will do it with grace and grit at the same time. Two people. The first person is because I watched a documentary when I was a little girl I think at school about Harriet Tubman, and she's just always been someone that is just so inspiring to me because the odds that she overcame and just the continuous wanting to use her intelligence, her love, her faith, her belief to just keep saving people, helping people. I'm going to read just a summary that was created for her just because I don't want to go into, I'm not a history buff, okay? Like, I don't know all the stats. I don't know the timestamps, but I remember what people did, and I remember how what they did made me feel and like be inspired, and they just overcame odds because of their pure will and their pure faith and belief, and something that it can be better. Okay, beyond the legendary conductor of the Underground Railroad, shepherding enslaved persons to freedom, Harriet Tubman also aided the Union's military effort in the Civil War. Early in the war, Tubman served as a nurse for the Union regiments before moving on to a larger role as spy master and military scout. Okay, decades later, Tubman finally received recognition, which is mind-blowing to me, and that just shows, I don't know, I feel like a lot of women in history we don't even know about, they didn't get recognition. So I'm sure there's other inspiring, there's other women out there who have sacrificed so much for the freedoms, for the rights that we have now as women, and we don't even know their names. They're not in history books. This episode goes out to them and the unnamed, and we're grateful and we honor those women. Something I remember is no one really thought she was that smart. Like, people just underestimated her, and she's brilliant because she used that to just act like, yeah, I don't know, I'm just, but then she was doing amazing things, and people just didn't expect it from her, and I think she played into that. The second person is a woman named Linda Bray. She's not someone I've always learned about, but as I was learning about different women, and again, women in war always inspire me. Yeah, her name is Linda Bray, Captain Linda Bray. I'm just going to read the summary again. So, Captain Linda Bray was one over 700 women to participate in Operation Just Cause in Panama in 1989, as she led the 988th Military Police Company, according to the Army. Therefore, she became the first woman to command American soldiers in battle, a trailblazing role that launched a reflection about women in the military. She said, "I joined the military for the excitement, the challenge, the experience, and loyalty to my country. I haven't been let down a day." Bray's role in combat forced the U.S. military to reevaluate their prohibition on the woman in the role, which ultimately culminated in an end to the ban by the Secretary of Defense, Leon Panetta, in 2013, the Seattle Times noted. We have so much right now that we didn't have as women before, and it's thanks to these types of women, and it's thanks to not letting people not let you take up space. I think the main thing that inspires me about all of the stories that I read was that no one thought that they could do it, but they believed that they could. And, instead of, well, what if they're right? What if I can't do it? It was, well, what if I can do it? And what if they're wrong? And what if I can overcome the odds? What if I am able to take up this space and be respected? And that's something that I wanted to touch base on. Was what's been hard lately for me is just to take up space. So taking up space right now for me is hard. I have just a lot of distrust in myself, I guess you could say. I feel like an imposter, all of that fun stuff. So, but lately I've been trying to take up space because we're all existing in this world, men and women, and women have just as much of a right to take up space than men do. And why do we think sometimes that other people are allowed to take up a space at either work or, in a role at home or, wherever it is, that they're allowed to take up that space, but we can't? It's just a distortion. It's just a fear that we're not good enough, a fear of, we don't trust ourselves or something. But I just encourage every woman to take up space, to trust yourself, to go for what you want. I think women have a way of doing things, again, with grace and grit. Some of the most inspirational women I know personally, they do everything with love and compassion, but also, they take up their space. They exist for a reason. They have a purpose just as much as the person next to you does. And once we accept that and once we step into that, I think that's when women can do these incredible things and change history, literally. So again, this goes out to all women. I love you. We're beautiful. Take up space. You're smart. You're intelligent. You're wise. You're all of the things. I think a lot of women especially struggle with like perfectionism. I don't really know what that comes from, but perfectionism is just an illusion, or perfectionist being perfect is just an illusion, I think. I mean, I grew up religious, so, be ye therefore perfect is something I have in my head, but I just think that's different than what we think it is. And God's a lot more forgiving and gentle, and, he's not in a hurry. Just take a step back, trust, and keep going and take up that space. Okay, we're going to do our Dear Abby segment really rapido. Okay, we're going to listen to the voicemail. One's really short. I did already listen to it because I thought it was maybe a scam because it was so short, but it's real. So we're going to listen to it. And then I'm going to answer the question, and then we'll go into a game.
Dear Abby, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. After you get out of a relationship, how do you tell the difference between a new exciting crush, relationship, and a rebound? That's all. Thank you.
That's a good question. And my answer would be, I did have time to think about this one a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But my answer was, the first thing that came to my head is, this might sound bad, but bear with me. Does it really matter? Because isn't it the first person that you're with after a relationship is technically a rebound? But I think maybe if the definition that you're thinking of is rebound means you don't actually care for them, you just are trying to distract yourself maybe, or whatever, ease the pain, or you actually really like this person and it's soon, but it might actually go somewhere. And I have two stances on this. One, I think they definitely could be a rebound, but that also doesn't mean that you don't like them. Like, you could still very much like them and they could still very much be a rebound. I think it's almost impossible to know for sure that they're not a rebound. My views on relationships have just changed immensely since my divorce and just my current relationship I'm in now. And I would say my boyfriend now, how am I supposed to know if he was a rebound or not? I don't know. He was fun. It was exciting, but it was really soon after my divorce. So he technically is a rebound for me. But at the same time, I'm in love with him. And basically what I'm saying is a rebound can turn into love. And I don't think there's a way to 100% know. I think if your worry is that you're using someone, then I would take a step back maybe and just reevaluate and don't rush into like a full-on relationship. Reevaluate, think about if you are ready to be in a relationship, like another relationship. If you're willing to, when things get hard, when things aren't exciting, when things aren't fun, are you ready to do that? Or are you not ready to do that? And if you're committed, then I don't think it matters if it's a rebound or not. But if you're not committed, I think that's obviously just a rebound. But also, yeah, again, you can't know for sure. So we can just do our best trying to be aware of, if it's just like we want to distract ourselves, if we want to just feel loved again, feel good, feel desired, or if, it's that plus you're ready to do it again, you're ready to recommit. I don't want to be too worried, just have fun. Don't take it too seriously right now in the way of overthinking everything. Just, yeah. That was a fun question. I like that. That was a good one. I actually talked to my therapist about that a while ago because I was so scared with my relationship OCD and anxiety. I was like, what if my boyfriend is a rebound? What if I don't actually like it and I'm just using him to distract myself and blah, 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 blah. And my therapist is like, well, he's like, you can't know that for sure. You probably are using him a little bit, as everyone uses other people a little bit, even if you love them. you're still not a perfect human who's never selfish and, you know? And he's like, but also, I met my wife. This is him. This is obviously not me. This is him saying this. But he said that he met his wife very soon after his divorce, and now they're married. And he's like, it's a hard marriage, but it's good. We're both committed to making it work. And she was probably a rebound for me, but it worked out. So, that's just humans. We're kind of messy and we can't know for sure everything. Yeah, which was good advice for me because I just wanted to know for sure that I was being literally perfect, and every approach that I take into life is being perfect, and I'm being perfectly understanding and perfectly aware of my emotions and all these things. So unfortunately we can't be that. Thank you for the question. Again, you guys, you can submit questions by calling the number that's below in the episode descriptions. They're always in there. I think it's 919-817 something 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 something. So you can call. You'll hear me say, hi, this is Abbey, blah, blah, blah. And then you leave a voicemail. Make sure you don't say any names if you don't want any names. Only say what you want me to air. Okay, last thing. My camera died again. I'm so sorry. It's literally just a mess, but I have to get a new setup, I think. But it's just I don't have a lot of money, so this is a disaster. But I'm playing a game. It's called the Pick Me game quiz. It's a BuzzFeed. I don't know why I'm going to BuzzFeed quizzes, but I want to talk about this specifically next week too, about pick me's. Okay, and I already know what the title of the episode is going to be because I feel like so I've been categorized as a pick me in the past. Chelsea literally thinks she doesn't. She said that she doesn't think I am still, but because I'm very much a tomboy and I'm quieter, and it's just a defense mechanism because I feel like girls don't want to be my friends from just like, I literally feel like from a relation, friendships I had in high school. And it's just some subconscious thing that I now have. Anyways, I'll get into that next week, but I just want to take this test as a kind of a intro to next week's episode that I wanted to talk about. And so I'm just going to take it and we'll see. I really don't think that I'm going to be one, but maybe that means that I'm going to be one. Okay, do you hang out with more girls than guys? Yes. Do you believe in the motto, look good, feel good? Look good, feel good? Yeah. Do you judge someone for wearing makeup to the beach? Honestly, I do a little bit, only because you can't have nice sunscreen on. And also, if you're getting in the water, that's just like, what is the point? It's just going to come off. Okay. Gosh, I'm freaking scared. I'm scared everyone's going to come at me for saying that. But I don't care. I'm not like, ew, why are you wearing makeup? I would never say anything. In my head, though, I would have a quick thought of like, why are you doing that? If you're going to get in the water, why are you doing that? If they're just relaxing all day, fine. But if they're even in the sun, it's not good to have makeup on when you're just getting baked. Whatever. Moving on. I'm just horrified. Do you like to flex that you drink beer? No. Do you usually dress solely to impress other people? No, I would say probably not. Do you make it known you don't wear makeup? Wait, hold on. I have to reread that because I can't focus. Do you make it known you don't wear makeup? No. I feel like that's the thing. In high school, I probably did. So, like, I'll own that. I probably was like, yeah, I'm not into makeup. Would you describe yourself as drama-free? No, absolutely not. This is such an annoying one. I hate, what is drama? Is it just life? Because life is dramatic. Do you find yourself wearing at least one item of jewelry, usually? I think so. I usually wear earrings, but honestly, I don't like wearing a lot of necklaces or bracelets because I just feel like it gets in the way. Do you enjoy going to brunch with your friends to catch up? I don't really have any friends here right now that I'm super close with, except for Chelsea. But I probably would like going to brunch. Sure, that'd be fun. And would you call someone out for being high maintenance? Probably yes, as a joke. I'm not gonna lie. If they're incredibly high maintenance, then... But it's more like who is high maintenance. If it's like someone I just met, I wouldn't say anything. If it's Chelsea or my mom or a sibling, I'd be like, you are annoying the shiz out of me. Just like stop saying that you need certain things. Just like relax. But if it's people, it's like friends or someone I just met, I probably wouldn't say anything. Congrats, you're a girl's girl. Woohoo, you're the type of girl who likes to hype up your friends. You're always looking for ways to support them and make them look good around others. Shaming is something you never do because you only bring people up. If your friend is wanting to wear makeup and dress up, you're more likely to respond with do it makes you feel best. You aren't one to ever judge someone on little actions that bring them happiness. Okay, so the opposite is a pick me girl. Okay, well, that makes sense. I kind of understand what it is now. I'm definitely not one now, but I feel like I probably was when I was like a sophomore or junior or something in high school. But I wanted to go in why I think some girls are like that next week. So I'm excited to talk about that. I feel like a lot of people will want to be in the discussion with me. And well, that's it for today's episode. Thank you guys for listening. Go women. Have a beautiful day. I didn't get to a lot of mental health stuff, so I'll get into that next week. We'll kind of jump into some recovery things that I've been doing a little bit more next week. I just wanted to take today and just focus on, Women's History Month. And so thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Have a great weekend. Have fun. Love you. Bye.